No rest for the wicked out in the Championship as matchday number 18 is just around the corner. I've got my latest round of predictions coming up right here, right now, and we are live. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number 18 out in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button, keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, World Football related here. Nawaroski. Hello to you, anybody in the chat? I think I see no co-drinkers in the house, Liam Martin's in the house, so we've got the most important people, but the rest of you guys, if you're not here now, you'll be a little bit later on. We've got the Luna. She's also in the background. She's nutso. She's absolutely nutso. So we're going to take a little look at matchday number 18. Now, before we jump into all that, we're going to take a look back at matchday number 17, which was just this earlier today. Yeah, we've got to get in there nice and thick and fast. Luna, just got the Christmas tree up. Luna's under the tree. She's going nutso. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. How long do I think Woodgate will last at Borough? He's on borrowed time. He should have won it today. 2-0 up against Hull to throw it all away. Well, not really. They got a point out of it, but realistically, when you're 2-0 up, you should be home and dry. Luna, sweetheart, baby, you're going to have to kind of cool it down a little bit. Just for a little bit. We're going to have some vuvuzelas in the background. Luna's she's just taking it here. Paul McNeil's in the house, so welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. So let's get growing, folks, and take a little look back at how your team got on, my team got on, your predictions got on. Shepherd is in the house. So Richie Lockhart. We've got them all here. We've got all the good boys are here. The good boys are here this late Sunday, wherever you are in the world. I've got the chicken on the go. We've got the Luna in the house. We've got the Christmas tree up. Why so early? Well, we've got to get busy, boys. We've got to get busy. Scotty Boy's here as well. So let's take a look at the criteria of the predictions. If you get 0 to 3, there's none of them today. Whoever put in the predictions in the comment section down below, you did all right this week. No shit-faced clubs, but there's plenty of the 4 to 6s, and there's a couple top bananas 7+. I'm not. Oh, I might be one of them. I might be. We'll have to take a look now, shall we? So these are the results last time out, from all the way from Friday, all the way through to earlier today, which was the Hull City game against Middlesbrough. So let's take a look at those results and those fixtures and all that kind of good stuff. So Fulham did take on QPR. It was a bit of an old London affair. That was a 2-1 result for Fulham in the end. I actually went with a 3-1 win on that one, so not too shabby. Charlton 2, Cardiff 2. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Charlton. I thought they would get the better of Cardiff. New manager bounce perhaps for Cardiff with the point. I think they clawed it back as well. That was the early kickoff on Saturday. What a game at Ewa Park. If you're a Barnsley fan, you must be absolutely livid playing the way that you did against Rovers and coming away with absolutely nothing. Rovers fans, I can't believe how lucky we were, because we were absolutely crap. Scotty Boy's a Millwall fan. We'll talk more about Millwall in just a tickety-boo. Rovers, absolute ass, but we pulled out all the stops and getting 3 points despite playing stinker. And we've not really played good in a whole quite a while now. So hopefully, though, we got Brentford right around the corner. We'll talk more about that game in just a tickety-boo. 3-2 final score. In the end, I actually remember a 3-1 win for Rovers, so not too shabby. Next up for us is actually Brentford, who beat Reading 1-0 over at Griffin Park. I think 2-0 for me. Again, not too bad. Bristol City 0. Notts Forest 0. I actually remember the 2-2 draw in the end. Paul McNeil says we were very lucky. We were very lucky. So 2-2 draw. So I got the point as well. I don't see them making the playoffs. They're so inconsistent. Are you talking about Swansea? Swansea, yeah, they're all over the shop. You can't. I would have had them into top 10 at the moment. The way they're playing, they're a top 10 team. That sort of stuff. So yeah, 2-2 was my prediction for the Bristol City game. Forest game 0-0 was the result. Got the draw. Derby 1, Preston 0. That was a bit of an upset, or maybe not. Actually went with the victory for Derby as well. 3-2 in the end. So again, not too bad. I think I'm doing all right this week. Huddersfield 1, Birmingham City 1. Actually went with a 2-0 win for Huddersfield. So Birmingham, I think actually a good point for Birmingham, because Huddersfield are actually doing bits towards in the form table. Luton were a little bit unlucky. 2-1 loss to Leeds. I actually got the one bang on the flipping nose, boys. Bang on the flipping nose. Scotty Boy says, Hearts fan from Scotland. Shepherds from America. Wish America could do their tier system as well. That would be the best thing to happen at MLS. I see a lot of these local teams like Pittsburgh Riverhounds and all these sort of big towns or big cities that have got a good football club that are not going to get considered for the MLS. I agree with you there, Shepherd. Richie Lockhart, we should have beaten Cardiff as well. So yeah, you should have. Moving on to Stoke City, 2-1 win over Wigan. A new manager bounce there for Stoke. Looking good at the moment. 2-0 win. I got that one as close to the money as well. Millwall, they did beat Swansea. Well, fair play to them. Again, new manager bounce. There is obviously a bit of a formula here. Barnsley were a little bit unlucky, but Cardiff, new manager, seems to be doing okay. Stoke, new manager, seems to be doing okay. Millwall, new manager, seems to be doing okay. Reading manager was doing okay prior to this one. 1-0 win, though, for Millwall. Actually, with a 2-1 win for Swansea, so yes, got the one wrong. West Brom did beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-1. Actually went with a 3-1 in the end. And Middlesbrough and Hull was a 2-2 draw. And I got that one bang on the flipping nose, boys. Bang on the flipping nose. And after the old animations here. Coming on, Thring. As you can see, just the 3 wrong, which means I'm in the top gang. I'm in the top house, top whatever it is, top banana. Now, who joins me in the top banana? There is a few of yous. So let's take a look at the predictions first and foremost. Victor Fisher, welcome. Top banana for you. Newton Abbey, not too shabby. Yannick Bustler, and the also not too shabby Byron Smith. He's in the top banana. Well played. I'll give you both a round of applause on the top row there. Hay Rocks Sports, not too shabby. Russell Frost, he did all right for himself. No co-drinker in the house. Not too shabby. Theo Cobb, not too bad as well. Shepherd, we'll get to you in a minute. Billy Spencer, though, round of applause for you. Top house for you. Shepherd, not too shabby. We are QPR. He did all right for himself. Ultra Omia Murat, well done. And James Nicholas Broughton, he did okay for himself as well. So all in all, no red in sight, which is great, which is absolutely great. Hopefully there's no red on Wednesday. Can you do Football Manager with your team? You know what, Scotty boy, I might do something like that over on Twitch once the next few weeks goes by, once the December comes around, and I can kind of see what my time. This week is mental, absolutely mental. So we'll talk more about. Well, we might talk more about that later. But anyway, this is what the table looks like right now out in the Championship. West Brom lead the way, 36 points on the board. Leeds are in second spot. Preston slip up a little bit. They go down to third. Fulham fourth. Forest fifth. Swansea are in sixth spot at the moment. Down the bottom, it's Barnsley, Stoke, and Luton. Rovers, just in case you're interested, we're sitting in 17th spot. A win for us this weekend. We could go as high as 10th. We're up against Brentford, who are in 8th. And a win for them, they could go 4th. Crikey. So let's take a look at the current games coming up this week. This is where you all join in with your own predictions. Which vid I leave my predictions in? I want to join in. You stick it in right here, Paul McNeil. You stick them in down there, down the comments section. Not in the chat. Right now, you're going to put them in the chat because you're going to participate live. But you're going to stick them down in the old comment section down below. So it's all in one big block. So then I can just copy and paste and get it onto the thing next time around. Now, what I want to talk about next week, obviously, these games are taking place Tuesday and Wednesday. The next games, which take place on the weekend, I will not be doing a live show because I'm going to be on the road. So it's going to be a pre-recorded one. So, but you can still participate with the chat and the stuff down below. Just, you know what I mean. Yeah, I won't be able to be live where I am. It is very, very risky. So let's get going and take a little look at Cardiff up against Stoke. This game's going to take place on Tuesday. So Cardiff come into this. Where are they in the form table? They're looking pretty ropey at the moment. 17th of the table. Stoke on the flip side, they're on the rise. 2 wins out of 2 for them under the new management. Cardiff against Stoke. The last 6 games between the two sides have ended up 3 draws and 3 wins for Stoke. The last time that these two sides did play in Cardiff was back in 2014. It was a 1-1 draw. Goal scorers on that day: Peter Whittingham, ex-Rover, didn't really work out for him at Rovers, and Marko Arnautovic, who's now, where is he? Over in China, I think. Bookmakers odds on this one, they go 29-20 for Cardiff, 21-10 for Stoke, 21-10 to the draw as well. We have some predictions in the house. I'll get to them in just 1 second. I need to have a look at the table. Because Cardiff, despite the form table, is completely different to the actual table. Cardiff come into this. Where is the table? They are in 16th spot in the league. Stoke are on 23rd. A win for them could see them jump to 19th and out of the drop zone. A win for Cardiff could see them rise up to 9th. What you guys got? Hello, George. Welcome to the gang. We have some picks in there. Derby is in 11th. They are in 11th. But what we're talking about is Cardiff and Stoke. Get your predictions in. Because Blue Flash is going with a 1-1 draw. Scotty Boy with a 2-1 win for Stoke. Noco Drinker with a 2-1 win for Cardiff on the flip side. Shepherd's going with a 2-2 draw. Paul McNeil with a 2-2 draw. Ethan Hughes with a 1-1 draw. George is thinking about it. He's chewing on it a little bit. Sam Brooks is going to go with a 1-0 win for Cardiff. Ooh. Well, for me, I'm actually going to go with a Cardiff victory as well. Stoke maybe on the rise. But they've also it's double new manager here. Double new manager. Harris up against Neil, and I'm not the biggest believer that Michael O'Neill's going to turn it around for Stoke. I think they'll get them out of the drop zone and maybe mid-table, but that's probably all they can hope for this season. I think next season will be a different kettle of fish for Stoke. I did have them as one of my favourites to go up at the start of the season. Boy, how was I wrong. Cardiff, again, don't expect them to go any higher than really 8th, 10th this season, so even with a new manager. But hey, they're moving in the right direction. Victory for Cardiff. Any late ones to the show? George has gone with a 2-1 win for Stoke. And Scotty Boy put Stoke as well. Next up, we have Fulham up against Derby County, also on Tuesday. The recent games between these two sides, 2 victories for Fulham, 2 for Derby, and 2 draws along the way. Now, the last time that they played over in Craven Cottage was a 2-0 win for Fulham. Goal scorers on that day, Ryan Sessegnon and Dennis Odoi. If you want to take a look at the last 6 games over at Craven Cottage, it's been 2 wins for Fulham, 1 win for Derby, and 3 draws along the way. Derby's last victory was back in 2014. It looked like it was the League Cup, and it was a 5-2 win. Dembele with a double for Fulham, and a whole host of players scoring for Derby. Chris Martin, Johnny Russell, Simon Dawkins, Jeff Hendrick, and Simon Dawkins with a double. Derby have lost the last 3 away matches, and they've also failed to score in the last 3 away matches. And then another statistic for you here. There have been under 2.5 goals scored in Derby's last 5 games, both home and away. So not many goals in them. Total. The bookmakers, what do they think on this one? 6-10 on for Fulham. Red hot favourites, 24-5 for Derby. 3-1 the draw. Coming into this, the form table sees Derby in 13th, Fulham on 9th in the form table. That means 3 wins out of 6 for Fulham. Derby, 3 wins out of 6, but a little bit different. The actual table, though, a win for Derby, who sit 11th in the table, could go as high as 8th, and a win for Fulham, who are in 4th, they could go 3rd. What you guys got in the chat? George is already gone there. Blue Flash with a 2-1 win for Derby. No Coach Jungle with a 2-0 win for Fulham. Scotty Boy with a 2-0 win for Fulham as well. George has gone with Derby. Shepherd's gone with a 3-1 win for Fulham. Wish Derby could promote. Yeah, they need to get back in the Premier League, don't they? Sam Brooks with a 3-1 win for the Cottagers as well. Ethan Hughes with a 2-0 win. Paul McNeil with a 1-1 draw. Scotty Ball or Derby late winner 1-0. For me, what am I going to go with? I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Fulham. There's a couple of us out there. Sam Brooks is one of them who's gone with a 3-1 win. So I'm going alongside him for this one. Next up, we have Huddersfield Town up against Swansea City. Now, Swansea City, where are they in the table? They are actually in 6th spot, last playoff spot for them at the moment, 29 points on the board. Huddersfield are on the rise. It was actually their first defeat in 6 not too long ago. They did draw with Birmingham last time out. So they actually haven't picked up a win in a couple of games. But they sit 19th in the table, and a win for them could see them jump to 18th, just the 1 spot. A win for Swansea could see them go to 3rd. Let's take a look at the recent record between these two sides. 3 wins out of 6 for Huddersfield, both home and away against Swansea. 2 wins for Swansea and 1 draw along the way. If you take a look at the last few games at the McAlpine, the John Lees or the John Kirk Lees or whatever they call it these days, the home venue. John Smith's, that's what they call it. Last time out, last season, was a 0-0 draw between these two sides. Did I give you the odds on this one? I'll give you them again. 17-10 for Huddersfield, 13-8 for Swansea, 23-10 the draw. Well, that's what the bookmakers think, and that's the form book. What do you guys think in the chat? No Coke Drinkers going with a 1-0 win for Swansea. Shepherd's going with a 2-1 win for Swansea as well. Blue Flash has gone with the visitors, 2-1 in the end. Scotty Boy with a 1-1 draw. For me, I'm going to join in with, who am I going with? I'm going with Huddersfield winners. And that's absolutely none of us. Sam Brooks, I think he's going with a 2-2 draw. George has gone with a 1-1 draw as well, I think. Just to make sure, I'm not sure if that was the previous one or this one. I'm a little bit slow today. It must be the mulled wine or something like that. I don't know. Paul McNeil's going with a 4-1 win for Swansea. I know it's outrageous, but you never know. Hey, one of these bad boys is absolutely a shocker. Later on, I've picked a 6-goal thriller. Oh yeah, I don't do that very often. Ethan Hughes though has gone with a 3-2 win for Huddersfield as well. He's joining me on that side. Next up, we have Luton Town against Charlton. This time last season, these two sides were in League One, duking it out. The last 6 games, though, between the two sides, 1 win for Luton, 3 for Charlton, 2 draws along the way. This game last year was a 2-2 draw back at Kenilworth Road. Cornick and Collins on the score sheet for Luton, Solly and Fonsu Henry for Charlton. Coming into this, the form book, Charlton are actually on the wane. They're actually 19th in the form table right now out of the last 6 games. Actually haven't picked up a win in 5. Luton on the flip side, they're worse. They are the bottom of the league, form-wise, losing 5 out of 5. However, they still got a little bit of wiggle room left to remain bottom of the pops. They are 22nd of the table, and a win for them could see Luton go up to 19th. And a win for Charlton, who come into this 13th of the table, could see them go up to 9th. We'll have to see if that pans out. The last 6 over at Kenilworth Road. In fact, it's only been 3 as back as 2007. Charlton have won 1, Luton have won 1, and there's been 1 draw. The last time Charlton picked up the victory was an FA Cup game back in 2010. It was a 3-1 win for Charlton. The bookmakers, what do they go with this one? 21-20 for the host, 12-5 for Charlton, 27-10 to the draw. We have a couple picks. George has gone with a 3-1 win for Charlton. Phil has gone with a 1-0 win for the hosts, it looks like. Luton and Scotty boys go with a 3-1 for Charlton. Noco Drinker with a 3-0 win for the Attics. Paul McNeil with a 1-0 win for Charlton. Shepard's gone with a 3-0 win for Charlton. Can't believe lost. I know, Shepard. Let's not remind me. We have had some shockers, and we could have lost to Barnsley yesterday. You know, it's to be honest with you, I can believe it. The way we're playing, I can believe it. Blue Flash with a 2-0 win for Luton. Ethan Hughes with a 3-1 win for Luton as well. So a lot of support there for the Hatters in the chat. For me, though, I'm actually going to go with the Hatters as well. I'm going with a 2-1 win, the same as nobody. Nobody's actually predicted a 2-1 win for Luton, sorry, except for me. Next up, we have Millwall. Millwall are up against Wigan. I don't like Wigan, so hopefully I've gone with Millwall. The previous encounters between these two sides, 2 wins for Millwall, 1 win for Wigan, and 3 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 2-1 win for Millwall. The goal scorers on that day, Sean Williams from the spot, Steve Morrison as well. Jed Wallace got the game up and running with an old big fat OG for Wigan. The last 6 over at the Den. It's been 3 wins for Millwall, 2 for Wigan, and 1 draw. The last time Wigan won was back in 2013. It was an FA Cup match. And Maloney and McManaman got on the goal scores that day. The form book for these two sides, Wigan are actually 22nd in the form table without a win in 5. Millwall on the flip side, they're doing bits. They're 6th in the table form-wise. 3 wins out of the past 4. Unbeaten, just the 1 loss in 5. But that's the form table. The actual table, Millwall actually sit 10th in the table. They've got an outside sniff of the playoffs. The way they're playing right now, outside sniff of the playoffs. Wigan, though, in 20th spot. They are looking down the table instead of looking up. What we got in the chat skis, in fact, did I give you the bookmakers odds? I will give you those now. 21-20 for Millwall, 29-10 for Wigan, 9-4, the draw. Which you guys got in the chat? We have Noco Drinker with a 2-1 win for Millwall. Blue Flash with a 2-0 win for Millwall as well. Shepherd with a 1-1 draw. I don't like Wigan either. Yes, that's the way. That's the spirit. Ethan Hughes, a 3-0 win for Millwall. George with a 2-1 win for Millwall as well. Mike Oxlong with a 1-0 win for Millwall. Paul McNeil with a 2-0 win for Millwall. Anyone, I say anyone with a win for Wigan. Scotty Boy with a 5-0 win for Millwall. Come on, Millwall. Thingies, though. Thingies has actually gone with Wigan 2-1. Meister Fighter, hello from Slovenia. Welcome, one and all. Anyone here? Johor Mohammed with a 4-2 win for Millwall, which is the right way to go, because we don't like Wigan here. We don't like Wigan. Wigan are shite. We'll allow Thomas Lee with a 2-1 win for Millwall as well. So the majority, in fact, there's just the one guy, poor thingies, he likes Wigan, this one. I'm actually going to go with what do I go with? I'm actually going with a 2-0 win for guess who? Millwall. That's right. We love a bit of Millwall around here. Anyway, moving forward, it's not the game of the weekend. It is the game of Tuesday. It's Reading up against Leeds. They've met each other a few times over the past few years. 2 wins, surprisingly, for Reading. 3 wins for Leeds. 1 draw along the way. This match last season ended up as a 3-0 win for Leeds. Goal scorers on that day was Klitsch and Pablo Hernandez with a daily double. And if you want to take a look at the last 6 games at the Majewski, it's 2 wins for Reading, 2 wins for Leeds, and 2 draws along the way. Even flipping Steven. But you've got to go back to 2017 for Reading's last victory against Leeds. It was a 1-0 win back in the day with Jan Kumagant. The goal scorer on that day. The form book sees Reading. Where are they? They're doing good. They're 5th in the table in the form book. Just the one defeat out of the past 5. Leeds, though, are 3rd in the form table, unbeaten in 6. picking up 14 points out of a possible 18 in the past 6 games. So two sides in good form. However, Reading come into this on the back of a defeat, so not great. The bookmakers will probably go with Leeds as well. 70-5 for Reading, 4-5 on for Leeds, so they are favourites. 27-10 the draw. What you guys got in the chat? We do have Thomas Lee. I had you. George WBA with a 3-1 win for Leeds. No Code Drinker's gone with Leeds as well. 3-2. Shepherd is going with a 4-2 win for Leeds. You know what? Obviously, Leeds are one of those teams you either love or you don't like. And I don't have a good soft spot for them, but I think it's time for them to go back into the Premier League. They've been up and down the football ladder. I've had a rough time, good time. In the past couple of seasons, they've looked the part, and I think this could be the year. Paul McNeil, although I hate Leeds, yep, same sort of vibe there, buddy. I've actually, I think they are one of the better sides in this division. 3-1, Paul McNeil in the end. Meister Fighter, 2-1 win for Leeds. Johor Mohammed with a 1-0 win for Reading. Scotty Boy's going with a 2-0 win for Leeds. Sam is going with, we all hate Leeds, with a 1-0 win for Reading. Ethan Hughes has gone with a 2-1 win for Reading. Scotty Boy, my friend's a Leeds fan, so I have to say Leeds to win. Well, you don't always have to agree with your buddies. I'm just putting that out there. You don't always have to. Yeah. Anyhow, I've gone with a 2-2 draw. I can't separate two sides on this one. The form book's got me believing that there's a little bit of a banana skin. Leeds will not lose it though. I think they'll either win or it will be the draw. But next up, folks, it is the game of the weekend. It is on Wednesday, 27th of November. Blackburn Rovers up against Brentford. Now the form book is what's the form book? Rovers sit 15th in the form book. Winning, picked up 7 out of the possible 18 points. However, Brentford are the form team in the division. Yep, they are number 1 at the past 6 games. Losing once, though, in that 6. So they are the team to beat. But being top of the form book doesn't necessarily mean you're top of the table. They actually come into this 8th in the table. Rovers are in 17th. We have won 2 out of the past 3, so that is a positive to look at from that point of view. And our home form is not that bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not that bad. I'm going to give you the bookmakers' odds before I take a little look at the recent games. The bookmakers' odds, 2-1 for Rovers, 12-5 the draw, 27-20 for Brentford. So I think it's very tight. One major fact for me is the return of David Raya, the goalkeeper, who was our number 1 for a couple of seasons, and he's looking good. He's looking good right now over at Brentford. The last 6 games between the two sides in all competitions and all grounds looks favourable for Rovers. 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. That's at Brentford and at Ewood Park. This time last season, it was a 1-0 win for Rovers. We squeezed over the line. I think it must have been, that was a Casey Palmer goal. But if you want to take a look at the last 6 or the last few games at Ewood Park, we've actually lost once. That was back in 2015. That was a 3-2 win. Don't want that. Do not want that. Rudy Gestead on the score sheet. Andre Gray on the score sheet for Brentford, amongst others. What you guys got for the chat? Well, let's have a little look. Yes. Go back to that year that Rovers won the Premier League. I'd love to. So Shepherd's gone with a 2-1 win for Brentford. No Code Drinker's gone with a 0-0 draw. Paul McNeil's gone with a 2-1 win for Brentford. Oh my goodness. Thomas Ledo's gone with Rovers. Scotty Boy with a 2-1 win for Brentford. Sam is gone with a 2-1 win for Rovers. He's gone up in my estimation. I'm a massive Rovers fan, but Tony Mowbray can't motivate us. Brentford with a 2-1 win. Ethan Hughes, though, has gone with a 6-goal bender. Gone with a 6-goal, absolutely. It's not my 6-goal thriller. I've actually gone with, though, believe it or not, I'm going with a big fat 2-1 win for Rovers to smash ... take the 3 points. It might not be pretty, but we'll get over the line, and David Raya will be looking at us and thinking, you know what, I should have stayed at Ewood. Maybe it'll be a penalty. A couple penalties for Rovers and then a penalty miss by Brentford, or save by Walton to say the day. Anyway, I'll talk more about that game in a match preview, which will be on the channel probably later tonight, early tomorrow morning. So if you're a Rovers fan, check that out. If you're a Brentford fan, check it out as well. Next up, though, we have Hull City up against Brentford. I didn't really talk about what they'll do for the table. If Rovers do win that game, though, we could rise as high as 10th in the table. Index. Let's move on. Hull against Preston, though, this time out. Also on Wednesday. Now, the last 6 between these two sides, very, very heavily favours Preston. 4 wins for them, 1 win for Hull, 1 draw along the way. This match last season actually ended as a 1-1 draw And if you take a look at the last few games at the KCOM, though, just the one win for Preston, that was 2017. But before that, it was 4 wins on the spin for Hull against Preston. And the bookmakers' odds on this one, they go 31-20 for Hull, 70-10 for Preston, 5-2 the draw. Preston actually had a blip this past time out, losing. They actually sit 7th in the form table. That's both home and away, picking up 10 points of a possible 18. Hull City, though, they are on the rise. They're 4th in the form table. Actually haven't won a game, though, in 2, but they sit 4th in the rankings form-wise. However, if you take a look at the table themselves, 14, Hull are sitting 14th in the table. A win for them could go as high as 9th. Preston are 3rd, and a win away from possibly going 2nd. Whew, got my words out. What you guys got for me in the chat? No Code Drink is going with a 2-1 win for Hull. George is going with a 2-1 win for Preston, though. Paul is bouncing out. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by. But I'll catch you on the flip. Meanwhile, Shepherd's going with a 2-0 win for Hull, and Sam has also gone with Hull with a 3-1 win for the Tigers. Yes. For me, I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw here. Cannot separate the two sides. 4 goals in it. Point apiece. On to the next one. Speaking of on to the next one, we're going to go on to Middlesbrough up against Barnsley. Obviously, 2 teams struggling at the moment at the foot of the table. Barnsley are 24th. Middlesbrough, with that point today, are out of the drop zone on goal difference. Maybe that's going to give Woodgate a bit of a new lease of life. Perhaps maybe moving up the table. They are struggling. I don't know what's going on with Middlesbrough. But, they need some wins. However, this could be the game for them. It's up at the Riverside. The last 6 games between these two sides. 4 wins for Middlesbrough. 1 win for Barnsley and 1 draw along the way. The last time I did play over at Middlesbrough, it was a 3-1 win back in 2018 with Daniel Ayala, Adama Traore and Patrick Bamford scoring for Middlesbrough. Kiefer Moore getting the goal for Barnsley. Kiefer Moore, where's he now? Where's he playing his football? Is he somewhere weird, or is he at Leeds? Oh, he's playing somewhere weird. He's playing at Wigan. That's where he's playing. The bookies' odds on this one, what do they say? 19-20 on for Borough, 14-5 for Barnsley, 27-10 the draw. So the bookies favour Middlesbrough despite them being 4th from bottom in the real league and also 4th from bottom in the form league. Barnsley on the flip side, they're 23rd in the form league. What you guys got in the chat? Scotty Boy with a 3-0 win. Did I get that one for Hull? George is going with a boring 0-0. No Coach going with a 2-2 draw. Shepherd's going with a 2-0 win for Barnsley, only due to all those shots. They're up there. They're up there. In fact, let's have a look. Most shots per game. They average 13.8 shots per game. Scotty Boyd's actually going with a 1-0 win for the Borough. So I'm going to win for the Borough on this one. I gave you the bookies odds. I did. I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Middlesbrough to get up and moving finally. So Borough may be moving in the right direction under Woodgate, perhaps. Next up, we have QPR up against Nottingham Forest. 2 teams that have realistic playoff aspirations. However, QPR are on the wane, boys and girls. They are on the wane. Without a win in 5, sitting 12th in the table. Forest on the flip side sit 5th. A win away from 3rd if they were coming into this. So, form-wise, QPR look absolutely woeful. Sit 20th in the form table. Maybe, just maybe, my prediction will come true where they finish bottom of the pops. I doubt it, though. I doubt they'll finish bottom, but I think they will start to struggle. They're relying too heavily on their goal-scoring prolific guys. What's his name? Jordan Highgill, Naki Wells, and Eze. To get them up the table. But if they're not firing, then they're not winning. So they're taking on an in-form Nottingham Forest. The last 6 games between these two sides in all competitions and all venues. 2 wins for QPR, 3 for Forest, 1 draw along the way. This match last season ended up as a 1-0 win for Nottingham Forest. It was Karim Asanafarad with the goal. Try and say that 5 times fast. The bookmakers' odds on this one, 6-5 for QPR, 21-10 for Nottingham Forest, 27-10 the draw. Bookies going with QPR in this one. But what are the people in the chat? They are going to go with a 2-0 win for Forest. George is also going with the same scoreline for Forest Shepherd with a no one likes QPR 2-0 win for Forest. Adia Petra with a 2-1 win for Forest as well. Amigos Leeds. We've done Leeds already. Scotty Boy with a 4-0 win for Forest. And Adia Petra is going with a 1-0 win for Hull. He's playing catch up a little bit. But make sure, again, if you are here with the live chat, make sure you stick him in the comment section down below as well. In a block, so I can make it nice and easy for the show on Thursday. It'll be another live show. Not live show. It'll be recorded. Okay, it's going with a 3-2 win for Forest as well. Going with the boys, going with tradition. which is against Nottingham Forest. And I'm going with a 6-goal bonanza. 3 apiece. That's it. There's the barnstormer right there. I can't separate two sides. I think they'll get back to scoring ways, but they won't get the win, and that will continue their woeful form. For Forest, though, on the flip side, I think it's a decent result. Another point away from home, and then another point closer to the playoffs. Next up, we have Sheffield Wednesday. So me and OK are very similar there. I just went with an extra goal to it. So Sheffield Wednesday up against Birmingham City. Now, the bookmakers' odds on this one, 19-20 for Sheffield Wednesday, 16-5 for Birmingham, 12-5 the draw. So this is the Gary Monk derby. Did he manage Birmingham, didn't he? And it's also the Steve Bruce derby. Steve Bruce also managed Sheffield Wednesday and also managed Birmingham back in the day. They must have similar agents. Coming into this, Birmingham sit 15th in the table without a win in 3. QPR, though, not QPR, Sheffield Wednesday sit 9th in the table without a win in 4. So they're not looking too good either. Both of these teams look a bit ragged, and both of these teams looking for a victory to get themselves back up the form table. Form-wise, 18th place, Sheffield Wednesday, only 6 points out of 18. Birmingham at 7 points out of 18. So two teams looking to get back in the spring of things. Now, if you take a look at the last 6 games between the two sides, 4 wins for Birmingham over the course of both home and away. 1 win for Sheffield Wednesday and 1 draw. If you want to take a look at the last 6 at Hillsborough, it's actually 3 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, 1 win for Birmingham, 2 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 1-1 draw. And in fact, you've got to go back to 2017 for Sheffield Wednesday to have beaten Birmingham on their own turf. Well. Wednesday are shite. Let's take a little look. A couple of predictions blitz past me there. Tristan's playing catch-up with Swansea. Have we done Swansea? We have done Swansea. They were way back when. George going with a 1-1 draw. As a Derby fan, not into QPR. Tristan saying this. Okay, he's going with a 3-2 win for Sheffield Wednesday. Noko Drinker with a 1-1 draw. Amigos is going with a 1-1 draw as well. Shepherd with a 1-1 draw. Scotty Boy is going with a 3-1 win for Sheffield Wednesday. And Thingies just doesn't like Sheffield Wednesday, so he's going to do anything but. He's going to do anything but a victory for Sheffield Wednesday. For me, I'm going with a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday. I think I've been a little bit harsh on them over the years, or over the weeks, should I say. I'm giving them the victory here against Birmingham. Gary Monk's boys, they know how to grind out a result. They were a little bit unlucky against Rovers, but that win potentially could send Sheffield Wednesday as high as 8th, just the one spot. It is very tight between 17th place Blackburn Rovers and like 9th place Sheffield Wednesday. It's like 4 points between the two sides. And it could get a good old shake-up this midweek. Next up, and finally, West Brom up against Bristol City. Now, these two sides have duked it out the last 9 years. 3 wins for West Brom, 2 for Bristol City, and 1 draw along the way. This match last season was a 6-goal thriller, 4-2 win for West Brom. Goal scorers on that day, Jay Rodriguez with 2 of them, Dwight Gale and Harvey Barnes. The other, Lloyd Kelly and Famara Diadaru for Bristol City. The bookmakers' odds on this one, 8-13 on for West Brom, 9-2 for Bristol City, 3-1 the draw. This is the late kickoff on Wednesday. The form table for these two sides, well, West Brom sits second in the form table, picking up 14 out of a possible 18 points. Bristol City slipped down a little bit, 12th in the form table, 9 points out of a possible 18, but they're unbeaten in 5. That's the form table. The actual table sees West Brom top of the table, 36 points on the board, and a win away from possibly extending that lead over the chasing pack. Bristol City sits 7th, 29 points on the board, and a win away from 3rd. That's how tight it is in the middle of the playoffs. We've got in the chat, Wunoko Drinker with a 3-0 win for the Baggies. West Brom with what's he saying? Last 15 at home, 10 wins, 5 draws, so they look good. He's gone with a 2-1 win for the Baggies as well. Shepherd with a 3-1 win for the Baggies. And Scotty Boy has gone with 3-0 win for Bristol Rovers. Unfortunately, it's not that Bristol. You know what I mean? There's a couple of Bristols knocking about, but it's not them. But basically, I think he's gone with Bristol City on this one. For me, do I see anything but a West Brom win? Well, I'm going to go with a cheeky 3-1 win as well. Same as Shepherd. Comfortable win for West Brom. Now, let's just say, between you and me, that these results, or fixtures or whatever, or predictions, work out the way they are. This is what the table would look like coming at you after match day number 18. West Brom would sit first in the table with 39 points on the board. Leeds are second with 35. Leeds would be Preston would be third. Fulham fourth. Forest fifth. And Swansea would be in the last playoff spot at the moment. Down the bottom would be Barnsley, Stoke, and Wigan going down to League One. Rovers will be in 14th spot. I'd be happy with that at the moment. Not far away, just 5 points off of a playoff. And then we've got Stoke around the corner. So yeah, that's, my friends, is all I've got for you prediction-wise. Now, again, I want a couple of little bits of pieces before we go. If you've got any football questions, now's the time to punch them in the chat section. I'll answer them to you in just a second. But bit of very important information. This is a double match week. And then on Wednesday, once the results come through, I'll be recording my next round of predictions for the Championship. I cannot go live. There's no way about it. Unfortunately, no. I'm going to have to record it. I'll be out in the jungle. Oh, yeah, in the middle of the jungle. So I'll have to do that, record it, and I'll get it on. Eventually, I'll use the smoke and the wind power, get the hamster going, and get it up on the really slow interweb. Try and get it up there, because without that, it's going to take me forever to get videos up and about wherever I'm going. So that will be pre-recorded. And also, what else was I going to tell you? Something else I was going to tell you, but I completely forgot my mind. Yeah, get your predictions in the comment section down below in a full block, so I know what we got going on for the stuff. So, yep, and who's going to be leading the way? Well, it looks like it's going to be West Brom leading the way, but who's going to be in the playoffs after this match, this Matchday 18 Atcha? I've got a couple of questions here already just snuck in there. Noko Drinker with where do you think Rovers will finish this season based on what you've seen of them so far? I'm forever the optimist. I think 10th spot is where we're looking at. Or at least bottom of the top half of the table, which would be 12th. If we can finish 12th or above, I'll take that any which way you like. Sheffield, any chance Derby can get promoted this season? I had them up there. You know what? I think January, once Rooney comes in there, he might bring a bit of positivity for Derby and maybe turn their season around. But they're just like Rovers. They're just stuck in mid-table. They need a couple of results to go their way. They did a great result against Preston this past few days. And again, if they can string another couple of results together between now and next Monday, you know what? They could be back in the thick of things in the playoff contention. So let's not rule them out just yet. I think by the end of December, we'll have a clear indication who's in the playoff race and who's not, and who's going down. I look forward to seeing hopefully Rovers battle up the table a little bit, but we need to turn it around ourselves. Anyway, I've got plenty of videos over the next few days. I will hopefully be live tomorrow with Premier League predictions. We'll have to see about that. Next Championship manager to be sacked? That's a good question. Yeah, he's called it. Noko Drinker's called it. Jonathan Woodgate to be binned off. He's got to get the boot. I think Luton will stick with their manager. I think Wigan will begrudgingly stick with their manager. Birmingham City's Clatet, he's also vulnerable. I think he might get binned off. And Koku could also get binned off. When I did my predictions back in August, I borrowed Derby and Cardiff making the playoffs. I had Derby up there. I had Stoke up there. I had QPR and Sheffield Wednesday to go down. So, hey, it all happens. In fact, that reminds me, I'll do a reaction video to my original predictions probably sometime next week once I get back from the jungle, deep in the jungle. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I've got to get the tea on. I know it's only early. It's early for me, early-ish. You guys get to bed, get some sleep. Back tomorrow sometime. It might be a late-night stream once again for the Premier League predictions. I don't know because I'm actually in work early tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to let you get out of here. Make sure you give it some of these while you're still here. All 15 of you. I want to see at least 15 thumbs up because you're still here. Smash the thumbs up and make sure you smash the subscribe if you're new. Tell your buddies about the football channel. We got lots of content here, especially Euro 2020 stuff is hot topic right now. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you all next time around. Roll the outro, producer. Sorted. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.